Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going for a luscious, sexy, sensual, colorful makeup look. It has warm tones in it. It's a nude lip, so it makes it a little bit more, I guess, wearable. And it was created using the James Charles and Morphe palette, this one right here. And then I also decided to combine that with the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. See, I can't speak. But I combined these two palettes together to create this look right here. I wanted to play with some of the brights, but then I kind of just made it so much more dark and just sensual. And I absolutely love how this look turned out. So if you want to see how I created it, then of course keep on watching. I am using the James Charles palette with Morphe, and I picked up this corally color, and I am putting it directly on my crease and just extending it out a little bit with this pretty dense brush. And I have spoken about how I really want to experiment with different eyeshadow shapes, and this is kind of what I've been doing with a lot of my looks lately. I'm also going to be doing a brow bone highlight. I just forgot to do this as a first step, which is why I just decided to do it really quickly right here. I usually just take a small detail brush, take a really light highlight color, and just apply it on my brow bone. And then, to really just diffuse things out, I decided to take a really orangey color and just brush it into the space right between that coralish color and the highlight shade. And I'm also applying a little bit into my inner crease as well. I feel like this is creating a really interesting gradient look. It's kind of fun looking, and I really do like how it's turning out so far. Now I'm going in with this yellow, and I just wanted to brush this into my inner crease and also my outer eyeshadow bit as well, just to brighten things up and make it a little bit more vibrant. You do notice that later on I do go in with some dramatic shades, but I still wanted to make sure that this look was quite bright. So I am going in with this mauve color. I'm applying this into the outer part of my eyelid, and I'm just applying this with a pretty standard stiff brush, not too stiff but still stiff enough to deposit a pretty healthy amount of color onto my eyelid. Okay, so now what is happening is I'm taking this red color, and I am taking again a pretty standard eyeshadow brush, but I'm applying this specifically into my crease area to really deepen that up, because yes, I wanted to have a pretty prominent crease here, but at this point I did not want to make it too dark and dramatic right away. So I just decided to go in with a bright red and use that to essentially contour my eye. Then I'm going in with a liner. This is the Colourpop liner, and this is a black one. And I'm just applying this to my waterline. So far we're doing the top lash line. I'm also going to be lining my eye a little bit and then taking a mixture of shades and using this combination to smudge that line out a little bit. Again, I'm going in with another layer of this liner. I just like to go back and forth a lot of times when I'm smudging liners, because sometimes whenever you go in initially and start smudging out a liner, it will get a little bit funny looking. So I just like to go in with liner, then go in with a shadow to smudge it out, then liner again, and that usually creates the effect that I want. So now I'm finishing up this liner, and I'm going back in with that brush with some black on it, and this is just powder black eyeshadow, and I'm just using it to smudge it out. I also went with a very small, tiny detail brush, took some black powder eyeshadow, and essentially used this to sketch out a really rough winged shape. I wanted to create a winged liner effect, but I wanted it to have the blurred, smudgy effect of a powder, so that's why I'm using a powder black eyeshadow. I'm also taking that tiny detail brush and I'm lining a little line right into my crease, and this is again just to deepen my crease and make it a little bit more prominent. Usually I'm not into having a really deep crease, but like I said, I am trying to experiment with different eyeshadow shapes and just see what happens. I'm also going in with that light orange color, and I'm just using this to intensify the shades in my inner crease. And then I'm going to go in with the Dose of Colors Blush and Berries palette. I'm taking this pink shade and I'm applying this to the center of my eyelid using my fingers. Keep in mind I am going in with several different layers. I did have to layer this color quite a bit, but the finished effect is like a really cool looking like smoky warm effect, which I really do like. I'm also using that shadow to blend out the eyelid a little bit more. And now I'm going in with foundation. So you might have noticed that I did have a little bit of discoloration. I had some like spots, I had some irritation. So what I did is I just went in with my Physicians Formula foundation and I used a flat brush to apply it. Then I went in with my buffing brush that I use all the time. I love this thing. And I'm using this to blend out the Physicians Formula foundation. And essentially, I am applying a very light layer, a very light amount of that product, but it's blending out quite nicely. I'm also going in with that red color and I'm applying it into my lower lash line. I also like to use this color in my top lash line as well, just to further extend the shade and add to that wing. But I am going to go in with an inner corner highlight, and this happens to be a cream eyeshadow from Colourpop. I believe that this is in the shade Sequin. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. I'll try and put it in the description box down below, but I am going with several layers of this particular cream eyeshadow for an inner corner highlight. Then to make it extra intense, I decided to go in with this highlight shade from the James Charles palette, and I'm just pressing this into my inner corner. Then I decided to go with the black liner that we were using earlier for my lower lash line. This is specifically for my lower waterline, and I'm just applying the color there, and I'm using a pencil brush with a little bit of black eyeshadow to blend it out. I decided to go in with a little bit more of that highlight shade just to make it a little bit more put together, just to fix things a little bit. And then I decided to go in with a combination of two different shades from the James Charles palette, and I used those shades as highlight. As you can see, super intense, but of course I decided to layer it up a bit because I just wanted that intensity. Also, a little bit of bronzer never hurt anybody. And I'm putting a little bit or a lot onto my cheekbones and my temple area to really just carve out my face and make it look a lot more chiseled. Now we're going in with mascara, but I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because let's just face it, mascara is kind of boring. Now some lip liner. I'm using my Wet n Wild gel lip liner in the shade Bear to Comment. And now I'm going in with the Physicians Formula. I believe this is called the Murumuru Butter Lipstick. And I'm applying this to my lips. And it's kind of like a gloss. Now I'm applying some false lashes. These are the House of Lashes Iconic Lights. And then some lower lash mascara. So that is the finished look right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching till the end. I mean, I don't know, I wanted to make this originally like a talk through tutorial. See, I can't speak. I wanted to make this like a talk through tutorial originally, and then I was like doing my makeup and I sort of like get into the headspace where I kind of just want to like sit, put some music on and do my makeup, because I honestly feel that that is when I come out with like the best looks, when I just sit down and not really talk. But then again, sometimes I can come out with really good looks when I'm just talking to you guys. But today I just wanted to like, you know, just make it a little bit more organic and just see what I can do with some colors and just see what kind of zone I could get into. And I absolutely love how this look turned out, and I hope you do as well. If you want to see more from my channel, please be sure to check it out down below. Check the end screen of this video and check the cards up there, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.